for a sheriff
He's
person.
in such a hurry and do everything.
I think he comes to the first meeting.
So I don't get
This is
things
the
done.
second.
That's not fair.
Not fair.
Ready?
You got to report him, right?
Yes. I need to make a motion to come back.
Come back, yes.
We have a motion to come out of executive session.
Yes.
You did?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, no, I didn't. I'd like to make a motion to come out of executive session and resume the regular, meeting.
I'll second that. So we're going back into the regular meeting at 7:51. Okay, so we did one resolution. The next resolution we have on the ballot on the list is, so this, that was,
25.
huh?
25.
Yes. So, Resolution 22-025, the Jefferson Township Board of Trustees accept the resignation of 2 part-time emergency medical technicians from the Jefferson Township Fire Department.
I second.
No, there's been a motion made yet.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt Resolution 22-025. I can say.
Okay, second.
Any questions?
I'd like to make a comment if I could.
I was going to ask you to. Thank you.
These 2 employees left on good terms. One was hired by the city of Dayton full-time, and they will not allow them to work in another jurisdiction. The other one, continuing education, become a paramedic, and full-time job did not allow for them to give us the time required here. So again, we appreciate them, and they left on good terms.
Good. Okay, will roll call vote, please, Ms. Edwards?
Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee McGuire.
Yes.
Trustee Bag.
Yes.
Motion carries. Did you get the one with the other papers on it?
Right here.
Okay, once you have that, okay, well, she got that, yeah. Okay, we have no more resolutions. Anything else to discuss? Residents, we haven't been doing the comments about residents. The meeting was kind of messed up this evening. But generally, when we're talking about things, if you have a comment or a question, you just raise your hand and we'll acknowledge you. Yes, Mary.
Marion C. Perry, 5140 Altram Road, Dayton, Ohio, 45417.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, getting past that. Now that we're in March, April will be coming up, and one thing I miss about living out here is listening to the first day of the new month, the sound of the siren. I want to know if they said they were trying to automate the one where the road crews thing is, because I feel this year the residents of Jefferson in that area need to be apprised, because I have a weather radio that's good and all, but I like hearing the siren. It makes me feel safe. Where all the other sirens are, it comes in handy. But that one, for me, lets me know it's ringing off, it's letting me know it's a test. We always know or hear it when we hear it, and it's testing. It's just a nice feeling, because most of the We've had some in May, we had some in March, we mostly have them in April. I would just like to have that back. And they said they were trying to automate that one. So,
You speak of the one on the roof at Kimball?
yes,
I thought that was beyond repair.
No, do you remember when Royman, it was said in the meeting that he disarmed it because it was shaking the building? Nobody ever followed back up with that.
Okay, so the thing works, it just needs a little construction.
It needs some work done. I mean, that could
That
be
building needs
something you
some
do
work.
with that, with some of that money, because that, that area, you can't really hear anything.
Okay,
You have to
thank you,
cut
yes.
everything off and know that it's coming on to hear it.
No, that's not good. Okay. So that's
Don't
working.
need siren at the fairgrounds.
we don't hear that one.
You can't
We
hear it
don't
over
hear
there.
that one, period.
Right.
The
You
only
can't
one
hear it.
we hear is that one right there.
Right,
I can
Okay.
hear it at my house, but
yeah, but it doesn't, that far out, you can't hear it.
It
because
helps.
Sheila and I were
On the phone.
and I said it started, she couldn't hear it.
I had to go outside to hear it.
Thank you, Mary. We will get that, we will address that situation. Thank you very much. Anybody else? The person in the back, Miss Linda.
I know we have open station 59 back up. And Bruce asked me a question the other day, and I had no idea. And it's my job to get answers, okay, you know. I have a quiet husband. And he was saying that, and he's right, back when we ran SWAT, and this was years ago, when 59 was built, 59 was built to be an unoccupied station. Okay? I would like to see, since we have 59 opened, and I hear we have money maybe coming with the grant money that everybody's talking about, I would like to see some improvements, some pretty improvements made at 59. But the parking lot is one of the improvements that I think that would be nice if it looked better. But like Bruce was informing me, the septic system at 59 needs to be looked at before, if we have money available. Because if it was put in to be an unoccupied station, how much can that support? Now we have people there all the time, flushing and showering and all that stuff. My fear is that if we say, oh yeah, we need new pavement, but we don't look at the septic system, and then the septic goes awry, then we're gonna have to pull, because from my understanding from a long time ago, the septic system is under the back lot pavement. So just, if you could put that on your list of things to look at, would be look at the septic system before we make any pretty improvements on the parking lot.
Thank you. We'll do that.
And another thing that I have too is, who's in charge of the website? Anybody?
We hire somebody to.
Okay, well, we need to take the picture of the Jefferson Township. There's only like 2 or 3 people that's still representing our township in that picture. Everybody else is gone. The website needs a lot of work. There's a lot of old past people on it that on every page, it's old past people and their emails and addresses. It needs cleaned up really bad.
All you have to do is call the website guy and he comes out and takes a picture.
I'm done.
Okay, so next is trustees' comments, and I'll go first, I ain't scared. We heard comments last meeting about the lights, and we're gonna occupy 59, like Linda's talking, and the fire department said that they didn't have many lights, it wasn't, kind of like a safety issue. So we donated top of the hill donated a piece of scaffolding, and one of the fire department's good guys went up there, and we've got, how many, 6 out of 7?
6 out of 7.
6 out of 7 lights working, so they got a lot more lights in there. We're trying to get number 7 working, but that was good improvement, and can I pick it up tomorrow, you think? I pick up scaffolding.
Let me know, I encourage you on that, we'll just look at it for you.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
So I'm also, in contact with the asphalt plant. In my opinion, I'd like to start with Pinnacle Road. There's quite a few bad spots on Pinnacle. But I do want to go through the township. We are going to do a lot of road patching this summer. These small potholes. And so just on the cold patch in there, where you saw them out, rectangular, you put a tack down, you put hot mix in there. I took a look at the trailer we have. The hot mix, it needs a little bit of work, but not too much. But working on, as I said in my campaign, we are going to do some improvements. We're going to do some repairs and do things in-house this year. So I'm looking forward to a good summer in the road department. I don't care which one you two go next.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So with the road department, have we got them on a schedule?
Yes.
Or do we have a list of
I gave
things?
them-
Was that chair is still there?
Okay, so do we think that somebody's using that chair? I'm asking a question, I don't know.
Right,
That is a bus stop. I hate to think that somebody, have we ever seen anybody sitting on it?
no, the chair is old, it's knocked over, it's just trash.
Well, the rest of the trash, we picked up some other stuff,
Right.
there's in my corner. And, I'll make a comment, but that chair picked up then. Okay, that was mine. I thought somebody would be using it. I didn't want to tell them to pick it up and then some
No,
guys would, oh, I can't sit in. Or some,
yeah.
we'll pick it up.
Okay.
Well, so I mentioned about the tires, have they been picked up? Because I mentioned to you that, even though we take debris there, we also get credit for the
Yeah,
tires.
you told me that.
Okay. And so if we take those tires, we might not have a bill, that's how it works.
Good way to come, cuz. Get those tired. I'll go next. I, of course, completed and submitted the, along with the people, trustee McLaughlin, y'all killing me here, y'all killing me. Trustee McLaughlin and Assistant Chief Wilcox helped me with the inventory, and Tracy helped me with the budgeting. So we got that completed and submitted by the deadline. I updated the administrator's position, which we reviewed tonight. I returned several residents' calls. One regarding 5099 Altram, one regarding the house on Derby that I forwarded to you and Jim. And then the other one regarding on Mater. I also addressed the issue of the traffic light with Captain Flag. And the issue was the lady said the light took too long to turn. So,
Any point,
yeah, that's the point.
we've heard that complaint numerous times, yeah.
Yeah, so,
What was this one?
but we did identify that it is either the Department of Transportation or the light belongs to Montgomery County. So what we did was I asked Captain Flag if he could go out and just check the sensor to see if it was working and it would change. He said, yes, she most likely needed to kind of ease up a little bit, or either back up to run over the sensor again. And so I don't think she was doing that, so I got back with her. I wrote up this letter about sending out to residents regarding the trash issue, which Trustee McGuire said that he would go over and tweak it and add to it. I need to make who do I report that makeshift basketball hoop for it to come down? Because I had a couple of residents call me about this, here, there you go.
I don't know who you,
Whose pole is that, do you know? Because I don't think you can hang anything on the pole. You see it,
Well, you have to
Tracy?
see, because well, whose pole it is, you gotta look upstairs. Is there an electric on it or a telephone on it? Telephone, people don't care.
No, it's a little ways from the park, you see, Jim?
Jerry, you gotta look upstairs, look up, is it electric or a telephone?
I'm not sure, I have to look at
I'll be a number on the pole.
it. Well, it might be hidden.
With the blue thing.
With the milk cart out of the way, so, but that's a good reason for us to get the parks up and running. Which I like to bring that up at our next meeting.
They could put that up on the
Right, but they don't have any hoops or rims or anything. Pretty much that was, about it. There was an email from, I can't think of the lady at the land bank, I forwarded to you, in addition to the lady that wants to buy the property at 5099. Jim, did you follow back up with that?
No, that's all been handled.
I'm sorry,
It's all been handled.
it's all been handled, okay. All right, well then, you probably will want to report on that, and I'm done. Yes.
5099 Altram, there's a neighbor on the street that wants to buy that house.
We're
Her
on it.
name is,
We are on it. We got it.
okay. I would love for her if she buys it. The reason being is, the lovely people next door to it are trashing it unmercifully. Then their friends are under it. The fence has fallen down. So you see a TV, you see their friend's car parked in it, you see a lot of things you wouldn't want to see.
See, that's a good reason for us to have that letter.
And reason being, we are tired of those people. Nobody will do nothing. You call different people to do something, especially, okay, Sunday night was a very good example of what I'm talking about. No sleep. They had somebody, there's a gray and black striped car that was speeding on dirt, on Blairwood, Ultra, Ballard, and the street probably Redford or Coast. Now, if you have to go to work, you don't want to hear that. Then, not only that, you don't want to see their friends speeding up the street. And yesterday, I almost saw a lady, I gave her some bread on Monday, a whole box full. And had she not crossed the street in a timely fashion, her and her kid would have been flat on the pavement. There were 3 cars speeding up the street to get to that house. And as far as trash, not only are they trashing that yard, they're trashing the new lady, and that's it.
Sure, thank you.
Thank
You
you.
next, Jim.
First of all, in the work session, we discussed Sheila's letter is about cleaning up the township. Something, a new feature that we added to our trash contract, City of Great Dayton has agreed to give us 2 bulk pickup days a year, where basically if it's at the curb, the big claw truck comes through, picks it up. So we're gonna start setting the spring date for that, and then there's a fall installment of that also. So some of the clutter, hopefully with these big trash days, we can start moving some of this on. So that's something that we're gonna get scheduled a date and then get the word out to do that. I have talked with the residents on Ultram, but something everybody needs to understand. Before a property can change hands or be torn down, it's gotta get through the foreclosure process clean before we have any legal right to do anything with the property. In the state of Ohio, it's a 16-month process. So don't expect anything quick to happen. That 5099 Ultram was added late, and I don't even think the foreclosure process has been started on that. I'm waiting to hear back from Land Bank. So I know everybody's anxious to do something with that, but It's not something the Board of Trustees has jurisdiction over yet until it gets through foreclosure. That's all I have.
Is that, so let me ask you, so is for so you talked to the lady that wants to buy that property?
Yes.
Okay, and so she understands that process because she wants to buy it, she wants to prevent it from being torn down.
And she's already done the step. Now, something that everybody should be aware of, it's not something that's promoted a lot, but the county has a program called a depositor foreclosure. So let's say that the house next door to you got back taxes and you want to increase your lot size. You can fill out some paperwork and then put up a deposit, which is roughly equivalent to the legal fees, which I think is about $1,500, $2,000. You can initiate the foreclosure process on your own, and if you can get it through with no interruptions, no property owner getting in and working out something with the county, if you can get it through foreclosure clean, you can acquire the property. That's some of the commercials that talk about getting a property for $20 and stuff like that. In other states, that's how they're doing it. So this person has already filed that paperwork to try and initiate that on the property, but again, it's got to get through foreclosure clean. If anybody that's relative or has an interest in the property steps up and works it out on the taxes or the other issues with the property, then it stops the process. But until we legally get a right to have a say-so on that property, we can't do anything other than send letters and things like that. That's all I have.
Motion to adjourn.
That's like, we need to make sure Tracy gets a copy of that, so she can have it for her records.
We have a roll call, please, on adjournment, please, Tracy.
Trustee McLaughlin,
Yes.
trustee McGuire,
Yes.
trustee Bat.
Yes.
We are adjourned at 8:13.
Everybody, that if you have any kind of records or if you do anything, make sure that Tracy get a copy so we can have it for new public records reports.
What time do we adjourn?
8:13.
Thank you.
Hey Sheila, on your basketball for this year,